Hello everyone! In today's video we will be flowing through beginners yoga flow, specifically vinyasa. So vinyasa is a type of yoga which essentially means to place in a special way. So with vinyasa yoga we will be flowing from one pose to another, connecting one pose with every breath. In today's practice, we will be rooting down onto basics, as we've said, or as you can see from the title, it says Beginners Yoga. So we will root down onto basics in order to ensure proper alignment for safer practice. And if you've been practicing with me for a while, you would know that I like to bump up or keep the pace a little bit faster, to bump up the heart rate a little bit, to keep the body more energized, to build more heat. It's another technique to power up or strengthen your practice. But today we will go as slow as needed, focusing on every pose, proper alignment, and connecting it with your breath. You'll only need your mat, and if you have blocks, that would be helpful. I don't have blocks with me today, but we will make do with what we have. We'll get started. We'll get started in a seated position. So you will sit on your heels, sink your sit bones down onto your heels, open your knees as wide or as narrow as you'd like. Let's begin or open the class with a big cleansing breath. Take a nice deep inhale through the nose. Open up, exhale, side all out. And slowly walk your fingertips towards the front of the mat. Extended child's pose. Allow your fingertips to walk towards the front as long as possible. Maybe rest your forehead down your mat. And here, child's pose, Balasana. This is the perfect moment for us to connect with our breaths, to bring our attention to our intention. Maybe take this moment to reflect. Maybe ask yourself, what brought you to your practice today? And after you do this, allow your rib cage to expand and contract. As you take deeper breaths. Now this time we will engage our breath work, Ujjayi Pranayama. To do this, take a nice deep inhale through the nose. This time seal your lips and exhale through your nose. Deep inhale through your nose. Feel it from your nostrils, throat, ribs. And exhale through your nose. Send it all out. Ribs, throat, nostrils. Maybe feel your chest come closer to the ground as you exhale. Continue with this rhythm of breath. Ujjayi Pranayama is a type of breath work which helps build heat as well as retain energy in your body. Engaging proper breath work allows you to become more present in your practice, to become more present in the moment. On your next inhale, guide yourselves to tabletop. Shoulders over your wrist, hips over your knees. So you want your wrist or your palms at shoulder width distance. So check this. Bring your fingertips to face each other. This should be shoulder width distance. And then bring your fingertips back to face the front. You want your knees at hips width distance as well. Nice flat back. Gaze down your mat. Strong line of energy from the crown of your head to your tailbone. We will warm up our spine with cat-cow exercises. Inhale, cow pose. Open your heart, forward gaze forward. Allow your Belly to drop towards the ground, tilt your pelvis towards the ceiling. Exhale, cat. Round your spine. Allow your head and neck to hang heavy and tilt your pelvis towards the ground. Inhale back to cow. Open your heart forward. Maybe squeeze the shoulder blades together. Let your belly drop. Nice arch in your low back. Exhale, cat. Round your spine. Gaze towards the back wall. Maybe even actively push the ground away from you. One more round. Nice audible inhale. Open your heart forward. Cow pose. Exhale, cat. Round your spine. Pull your belly button in towards your spine. Tilt your pelvis towards the ground. And slowly come back to neutral tabletop. This time, let's ground down onto our left hand. Inhale, lift your right hand all the way up. Maybe your gaze will follow all the way through the ceiling. Maybe not. Maybe your gaze towards the right side wall. Either one is perfectly fine. This nice slight twist here. And exhale. Guide your right hand under your belly. Allow your right cheek to fall down onto your mat. Thread the needle pose. You can stay here, some arm variations. You can extend your left arm long. This will provide a little bit more of a stretch, especially on the left side, maybe on your left tricep, left arms. Or another option is to guide your left hand towards your low back for a bind. This will provide a little bit more twist, allowing your body to open to the left side wall. Keep breathing. Let's take one more round of breath here. Inhale through the nose. And exhale, guide your palm down onto the mat. Lift your right hand all the way back up. Open the body once more towards the right side wall. And exhale, guide it down. We'll do it on the other side. Inhale, lift your left hand up. Open your body towards the left side wall. Maybe your gaze towards the ceiling. Exhale, thread the needle. Guide it under your belly. Allow your left cheek to fall down onto the mat. Arm variations, whichever you prefer. Maybe you try both, play around with it, see which one feels better for you in your practice today. Maybe right arm extended, maybe right arm towards low back for a bind. Feel that twist. Part of being mindful is checking in with how your body feels, which pose or which variation feels better for you today. Take another round of breath. Nice deep inhale. And exhale. Guide your right hand all the way down. Lift your left hand once more towards the ceiling. Open the body towards the left side wall. Exhale. Guide it all the way down. Let's take another round of breath here. Nice deep inhale. And exhale to downward facing dog. Curl your toes under. Lift your hips up and back. So for downward facing dog, feel free to pedal your feet. Bend one knee, bend the other. Maybe sway your hips side to side. Do whatever movement feels good in your body for you to be able to warm up into this pose. So if you haven't, or if this is your first time practicing yoga, downward facing dog can be a little bit intimidating, maybe, or maybe it can be physically exhausting, especially if you hold it for a couple of breaths. So key here in downward facing dog is to root your palms all the way down onto the ground. I want you to feel the weight onto the triad of your palms. It's your thumbs, index fingers, and pinky fingers. When you want to have your arms straight. And then pull your belly button in towards your spine. Allows you to find more length onto your spine, maybe a deeper downward facing dog. Now for your heels, bring your attention to your heels. Sometimes our heels won't always touch the ground, and that's perfectly fine. So with this one, you can always put a generous amount of bend in your knees. If there's too much of a hamstring stretch in your downward facing dog here, find that perfect medium where you challenge yourself, as well as you're being mindful where your body is right now for your practice today. If you want to do some exercises to maybe bring your heels closer to the ground, what you can do is inhale, lift your heels up as high as you can, come up to your tippy toes. Exhale, lower it down. Let's do it 2 more times. Inhale, lift your heels as high as you can. Exhale, lower it down. 1 more time. Inhale, lift your heels up. Hold it at the top. Exhale, lower it down. Maybe you'll find your heels are closer to the ground. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, walk your feet to the top of your mat, ragdoll pose. Keep your feet at hips width distance. Let your head and neck, your torso hang heavy. Maybe your hands will touch the ground, maybe not. You can always put a generous amount of bend in your knees here if you want more of a spine release. If you want more of a hamstring stretch, try to straighten your legs. You feel it in your hamstrings, your glutes. Option to grab onto opposite elbows. Maybe sway side to side. And connect with your breath. Making every breath connect with every movement. And then slowly come to stillness. Release your fingertips down your mat. Toe heel your feet back to touch. And as slow as you can, roll all the way out to standing. 1 vertebrae at a time, make your head come up last. We'll start flowing through Sun Salutation A. Inhale, mountain. Swing your arms all the way up. Root down onto 4 corners of your feet. Feet and knees together to touch. So I want you to really engage every muscle here. We'll start flowing through Sun Salutation A, Surya Namaskar A. Inhale, mountain. Swing your arms all the way up. Root down onto 4 corners of your feet. So mountain, you would think that we are just standing here with our arms all the way up. But I want you to engage every muscle in your body, starting from your feet, your toes. So root down onto 4 corners of your feet. Straighten your legs. Allow your kneecaps to rise. Belly button in towards your spine. So engage your core. Swing your arms all the way up. A variation you can do here is to cactus your arms. Hold and breathe. Swing or guide your pinky fingers in to face each other. Shoulder blades away from your ears, gaze forward. Let's take an inhale, find length through the crown of the head. Exhale, forward fold, hinge from your hips. Allow your hands to fall down onto your mat. So your hands may or may not fall down onto your mat, wherever you are, that's perfectly fine. Inhale, halfway lift. Place your hands on your shin or thighs. Flat back, strong line of energy from the crown of your head to your tailbone. Gaze down your mat. Exhale, high plank. Plant your palms firmly onto the ground. Take your feet back, hips with distance. Check in with your hips. Make sure your hips are lifted towards the ceiling. It's not downward facing dog. Or your hips, make sure it's not drooping or sagging towards the ground. So we want to really engage your core here. Use your core to keep your hips in line with your shoulders and your heels. Inhale, hinge forward, just to stack your shoulders over your wrist. You have options here. So we will do Chaturanga Dandasana, which is yogi push-ups. You can do it with your knees lifted. And you can also always, an option to drop your knees all the way down to the ground, lift your feet away from the ground. This releases pressure from your shoulders and your wrists. Exhale, low plank. Bend your elbows, not more than a 90-degree angle. Inhale, upward facing dog, shoelace side of the back foot down. Open your heart forward, legs lifted. Use the arm energy to open your chest towards the front. Key here is to note that your legs are lifted and away from the ground. Exhale, downward facing dog. That is sun salutation A. We will flow through that one breath to one movement. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, walk your feet to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift again, flat back, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain, arms all the way up. Again, strong mountain, every muscle is engaged. Exhale, forward fold, hinge from your hips. Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Flat back, maybe squeeze the shoulder blades together. Exhale, high to low plank, yogi push-ups. Let's try fullest variation here just to show you. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. One more time to Surya Namaskar A. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, walk your feet to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain Tadasana. Arms all the way up. Keep on pulling your belly button in towards your spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Nice long spine, gaze down your mat. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Exhale, high to low plank. Yogi push-ups, your own variation. Inhale, upward facing dog. Again, use your arm strength to open your heart forward. Keep on lifting your legs away from the ground. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, walk your feet to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. We'll start flowing through Surya Namaskar B. Sun salutation B. Inhale, chair pose. Bend your knees, sink your hips low. Swing your arms all the way up. So chair pose, it's almost as if you're sitting on a chair. But you want to check in from your feet all the way up. So you want to check in with your alignment. So you want your feet and knees together to touch. Bend your knees and sink your hips low. Again, as if you're sitting on a chair. Arms all the way up. You can always cactus your arms, just like mountain. Common misalignment here is that we usually arch or tilt our pelvis towards the ceiling, causing a little arch on our low back. So you want to check in with your hips, guide your hips towards the ground, tilt your pelvis towards the ground. So nice long spine, nice flat back. Core is engaged, arms all the way up. This one, I'm already feeling the heat by just holding this pose. We're using the biggest muscles in our body, our quads. Keep breathing. Another breath here, maybe sink a few inches lower. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to low plank, flow through your vinyasa. Maybe drop down onto your knees. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. We'll start flowing through sun salutation B, Surya Namaskar B. Inhale, lift your right leg high, three-legged dog. Charge your right heel towards the ceiling. So what we usually do here, sometimes, we tend to open the hips, or open our hips towards the right side wall. What I want you to do is to check in with your hips. Be mindful with your hips and square it towards the ground as you charge your right heel towards the ceiling. Root your palms down onto your mat. Take another inhale here. Maybe charge the right heel higher. Squeeze the right glute muscle. Exhale, low lunge, step through. Inhale, warrior one. Spin your back foot at a 45-degree angle. Swing your arms all the way up. So warrior one, you want to check in with your hips once more. We tend to have our right hip forward, our left hip back since we put our left leg towards the back. So what I want you to do here is to place your hands by your hips. Guide your left hip forward, your right hip back a little, so your hips are square. What I usually do or say to my students is to imagine that there are headlights by your hips. You want both of those headlights to face straight towards the front wall. You can also adjust your stance if needed. And maybe if you want to find more depth, you can sink your hips lower. Swing your arms all the way up. You let a nice stretch in your left calf muscle. Inhale, warrior two. Open your body towards the left side wall. You can adjust your stance, lengthen your stance. Back foot is now parallel to the short edge of the mat. Tee out your arms. Gaze towards the front. Maybe you'll find depth in your warrior two. Maybe sink your hips even lower. It's a physically demanding pose, but you got this. Keep breathing. Keep imagining there's pulleys, pulling your arms in opposite directions. Every muscle is engaged. Inhale, reverse warrior. Give the back wall a high five. Swing your right hand up towards the ceiling, right palm facing the back wall. Key here to note is that this is a side body stretch, not a back bend. So you want to feel that bend in the right side body as opposed to opening your body towards the front. Keep your body open towards the left side wall. Keep breathing. One more breath. Take an inhale. Exhale, high to low plank. Guide your palms all the way down. Float your vinyasa. You can always drop down onto your knees. Inhale, upward facing dog. Open your heart forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. We'll do it on the other side. Inhale, lift your left leg high, three-legged dog. Again, check in with the hips. Hips are square towards the ground. Charge your left heel towards the ceiling. Engage that left glute muscle to lift your left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, warrior one. Spin your back foot at a 45-degree angle. Arms all the way up like the other side. You want your heels almost in line with each other. Left foot and left toes will remain pointed towards the front. Right foot or right toes will point towards the outside right corner of the room. Check in with your hips once more. Guide those headlights like earlier towards the front. So guide your left hip back a little, right hip forward. Maybe sink your hips low a little bit more. Arms all the way up. Sometimes we also tend to allow our chest to move forward as we straighten the back leg. So you want to lift your chest up so your spine is nice and long. Inhale, warrior two. Open your body towards the right side wall this time. Adjust your stance. Back foot, again, it's now parallel to the short edge of the mat. And think of the pulleys pulling your arms in opposite directions. Sink low. Hold and breathe. Allow your left thigh to feel it's almost you're pulling it towards the left side wall. Your left kneecap, you're guiding it towards the left side wall. Inhale, reverse warrior. Give the back wall a high five. Maintain the bend in the front knee. Again, take note, it's a side body stretch, not a back bend. Feel a nice stretch in the left side body. Maybe your gaze is towards your left fingertips as well, or maybe towards the right side wall. Another breath in. Exhale, high to low plank. Cartwheel your hands down. Chaturanga Dandasana, high to low plank, your own variation. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. We'll start flowing through that one breath to one movement. I'm already feeling the heat that we've built by flowing through it slowly, focusing on alignment. We'll start flowing through Surya Namaskar B, one breath to one movement. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, walk your feet to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose, bend your knees, sink your hips, float, Uttanasana. Remember to guide your tailbone towards the ground, nice long spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to low plank. Yogi push-ups, your own variation. Inhale, upward facing dog. Open your heart forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg high. Three-legged dog. Use the right glute muscle to charge your right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, warrior one. Open your body towards the front wall. Hips are square towards the front. Exhale, warrior two. Open your body towards the left side wall. Inhale, reverse warrior. Give the back wall a high five. Nice side body stretch. Exhale, high to low plank. Yogi, push-ups, cartwheel your hands down. Drop down onto your knees if needed. Inhale, upward facing dog. Legs lifted. Exhale, downward facing dog. Other side. Inhale, lift your left leg high. Use the left glute muscle this time to charge your left heel high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, warrior one. Arms all the way up, hips square towards the front. Exhale, warrior two. Open the body towards the right side wall. Virabhadrasana. Inhale, reverse warrior. Nice side body stretch. Exhale, high to low plank. Cartwheel your hands down. If you want to try fullest expression, feel free to do so. You have the strength. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. We'll do it one more time. One breath. Do one movement. I am already out of breath. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, walk your feet to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Again, flat back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Utkatasana, sink your hips low. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to low plank. Yogi push-ups, you got this. Inhale, upward facing dog. Shoelace side of the feet down your mat. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg high. Three-legged dog, touch the right heel up. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, warrior one. Check in with those headlights. Open your body towards the front wall. Exhale, warrior two. Now open the body towards the left side wall. Inhale, reverse warrior. Nice side body stretch. Exhale, high to low plank. Guide your hands all the way down. Your own variation of yogi push-ups. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana, other side. Inhale, lift your left leg high, three-legged dog. Use the left glute muscles. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, warrior one. Heels almost in line to each other. Exhale, warrior two. Virabhadrasana in Sanskrit. Inhale, reverse warrior. Give the back wall a high five once more. Side body stretch. Exhale, high to low plank. Yogi push-ups. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, walk your feet to the top of your mat and have a seat. So we just took time on breaking down or rooting down onto basics and flowing through, giving you a taste of a vinyasa flow by moving one breath to one movement. I don't know about you, but that kept my heart rate going. I'm a little bit sweaty. It's always good to build internal heat, to keep the body moving. So now that we've built some heat, warmed up our body is ready for some twists. We'll keep it nice and light with a twist today. So we'll start in easy seat, Sukhasana. So crisscross applesauce. You can always sit on your mat, or if you want a pillow or a bolster to help you feel more comfortable, feel free to do so. You can always modify this practice. So we'll start in easy seat. Crisscross your legs, swing your arms all the way up. Check in with your alignment. So nice long spine, belly in, lift your chest up, arms all the way up. Take an inhale, find length through the crown of your head. Exhale, guide your left hand towards the back. Maybe your right hand will go onto your left kneecap as you guide or open your body towards the left side wall. So we're doing some nice light twist here. You want your gaze to follow your body or torso, so you want your gaze towards the left side wall as well. You don't have to focus as much on the twisting. I know it's a twisting pose, but I want you to focus on finding length, on sitting tall, lifting your chest up as you guide your twist here. And with every inhale, I want you to find length through the crown of your head. And with every exhale, maybe guide yourself onto a twist. Let's take one more breath here. Nice deep inhale. And exhale, slowly guide yourselves onto the middle. Bring your hands all the way back up. We'll do it on the other side. Inhale, find length through the crown of your head. Exhale, easy twist. Right hand towards the back, left hand by right kneecap. Open your body towards the right side wall. Again, gaze will follow your body. Keep breathing. Focus on having a nice long spine. Keep lifting your chest up, belly in. We'll take 2 more rounds of breaths. Nice deep inhale. And exhale. One more time. Inhale, find length. And exhale, twisting. Guide your body all the way back to center. We'll guide ourselves onto Baddha Konasana, bound angle. So you want to bring the soles of your feet together to touch. Allow your knees to fall out wide. So your knees may or may not fall all the way down to the ground. If you have blankets or bolsters, you can place it, or even blocks, you can place it under your knees to support you. Otherwise, it can be here. You can also move your feet a little bit forward. If you want a deeper stretch, you can move it closer to your hips and allow your knees to fall out wide. Now inhale, swing your arms all the way up. Again, nice long spine. Exhale, maybe guide your palms all the way down to the ground. Wherever you are today is perfectly fine. Just as long as you're feeling that nice stretch, it's good for your body, it opens up the hips. Your options here, you can also interlace your fingers, grab onto your toes as you guide your chest, your torso towards the ground. Nice stretch here. If you choose to have your arms towards your front, perfectly fine as well. Keep breathing. We'll take a full round of breath. Nice deep inhale. And exhale, maybe you allow your chest to fall towards the ground. And slowly come all the way up. Guide yourselves to bring your toes towards the top of your mats. Keep your feet and hips width distance, bend your knees. Parallel your arms to your mat and slow as you can lower all the way down. We'll do another round of strengthening pose, which is bridge pose. So with your hands by your sides, guide your feet closer to your hips. Whenever you're ready, inhale, bridge pose. Lift your hips up towards the ceiling. So key here is to really squeeze your glute muscles together to lift your hips up. Resist the gravity here. Option to interlace your fingers behind your low back. Maybe shimmy your shoulder blades together to touch to prop yourself up. Just have to make sure that you leave space between your chin and your chest. Your gaze is towards the ceiling. Keep breathing. Keep rooting down onto your heels. That will help you lift your hips up higher. Something I like to do here is to watch the rise and fall of my belly. Bridge pose is a good strengthening pose. Strengthens your lower core, your quads, your glutes, your pelvic floor. Let's take another round of breath here. Nice deep inhale. Squeeze your glutes together. Lift your hips as high as you can. Exhale, lower right down. Extend your legs long. Extend your arms towards the back wall. Nice full body stretch. And begin to hug your knees to your chest. Grab onto the inside or outside edge of your feet for happy baby. Allow your knees to fall by your armpits, by your chest. With happy baby, naturally our tailbones would lift away from the ground. So you want to actively try to guide your tailbone towards the ground. Keep your feet flexed. Charge your heels towards the ceiling. And you can also sway side to side. Nice little spine massage. Let's take another round of breath here. Nice deep inhale. And exhale. And release. Hug your right knee into your chest. Guide your left leg long. Pull your right knee by your right armpit. And exhale, supine twist. Guide it over your body. So you have the option for easy supine. Guide your left knee under your right. Stack both of your knees together. Tee out your arms. Your gaze can be towards the ceiling or towards the right side wall. Maybe you'll close your eyes. Feel a nice stretch in your body. One more round of breath. Nice deep inhale. And exhale. Hug your right knee in to your chest. Extend your left leg long. And let's switch sides. Extend the right leg long. Hug your left knee in to your chest. Nice tight hug. Pull it closer to your armpits. And guide it over your body. Supine twist. So if you do decide to do supine twist and not easy supine where both of your knees are stacked, so supine like this, you probably can't see it from the camera, but just left leg over your body. Your right leg is still straight, as you can see. Your left knee doesn't have to touch the ground. You don't have to force yourself or crank your knee towards the ground to touch the ground. Tee out your arms. Perfectly fine to do easy supine as well. Makes the twist a little bit more stable, a little bit more grounded. Gaze towards the ceiling or towards the left side wall. Maybe you'll close your eyes. We'll just breathe here. Another round of breath. Full deep inhale. And exhale. Hug your left knee into your chest. Extend your right leg long. And release. Bend your knees. Guide your right shin over your left leg. Figure four. Nice stretch for your quads. Opens the hips a little bit as well. You can stay here, or you can grab onto that soft spot behind your left knee and hug it closer. Keep your feet flexed to protect your knees. Hold and breathe. Let's stay here for a round of breath. Nice deep inhale. And exhale, release. Other side. This time, guide your left shin towards your right thigh. You can stay here, or if you want a deeper stretch, grab onto the soft spot behind your right knee and hug it closer to your body. Keep your feet flexed. Let's take a full round of breath here. Feel that nice stretch, especially on your left quad, your left hamstrings. Nice deep inhale. And exhale, release. Take a full body stretch. Feel that nice stretch in your core. And begin to hug your knees to your chest. Maybe you'll grab onto opposite elbows. Maybe your forehead will guide towards your knees. Begin to flex every muscle in your body, starting from your toes, your feet, your calf muscles, your legs, thighs, then your arms. Maybe make a fist. Begin to flex every muscle in your body. Maybe flex your face. Take the deepest, fullest inhale of the class. Really fill your lungs with air. And exhale, release Shavasana. Final resting pose. Extend your legs long, your arms by your sides. Feel free to modify this pose, whatever makes you comfortable. Maybe you'll put blankets or bolsters under your knees if that feels better. Allow yourself to find a nice, comfortable stillness in this pose. Allow your legs, your feet to fall out wide. Allow your hips to feel grounded, to feel supported. Your hands, your arms to feel heavy by your sides. Maybe try to have your palms facing up. Allow your belly to soften. Your chest to feel open, your heart to feel open. And your head and neck to feel supported. And if you haven't already, maybe you'll soften your gaze or close your eyes. Begin to slowly bring small movements back to your body by wiggling your fingers and your toes. Maybe gently guide your head side to side. Make whatever movement feels good. Guide one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. So I'll take a full cleansing breath here. Nice deep inhale through the nose. Audible exhale outside, all out. Take a full body stretch. Extend your legs and arms long. And whenever you're ready, roll onto your favorite side. Use one arm as a pillow. Keep your eyes closed. Fetal pose. And whenever you're ready, slowly get yourselves onto any seated position. Maybe keep your eyes closed. Nice long spine. Guide your hands at your heart center. Let's all close this class together. The same way we began with big cleansing breath. Take nice full inhale through your nose. Audible exhale side out. Take this time or this moment here to come back to how we started our class, maybe with a question. What brought you to your practice today? Maybe you found the answer through your practice. Maybe you took the time to reflect. Maybe not. Maybe you'll get to reflect later on. Guide your hands at your third eye center, the space between your eyebrows, the seat of your intuition. The student and the teacher within me honors and appreciates the student and the teacher within each and every one of you. Let's all bow our heads as we say the word. Namaste. Thank you so much for taking the time to practice with me today. And more importantly, thank yourselves for making the time and the space out of your day to practice some yoga. I hope you enjoyed Beginners Vinyasa Yoga. I hope it was informative and a little bit challenging enough for you to hopefully get back on your mats. And as always, I'm very open to feedbacks. Let me know in the comments down below for any feedbacks or suggestions, or any videos you'd want to see next. Until next time.